Hello friends, and welcome back to Irrational Gamer YouTube channel. I'm your host Evil Nemesis, and today we are going to play Eidos Interactive's first Hitman game, Hitman Codename 47. Developed by IO Interactive, this was the first Hitman game made ever, and this was the game that started it all. So here's the intro for IO Interactive, and just before that we saw the intro for Eidos Interactive. The names are quite similar, Eidos Interactive and IO Interactive. Oh well. And here comes the real introduction for Codename 47. So I will just be silent and let you enjoy it. Well, that was cool, and the music you can hear now in the background, the main theme for Hitman Codename 47, that's also one of my favorite game track from Hitman games. So let's go to the option menu, but before we get into that, let me tell you one thing, that it's a 2000 released game that was released back in 2000. So you may need to do some tweaking here and there to run this game on your latest hardware machines or computers. So I would highly recommend to use a widescreen patch available on internet. If you Google for Hitman Codename 47 widescreen patch, you can easily find it on some websites. So in the sound and option, we have all the volumes to increase or decrease. There are multiple sliders for sound effects volume, numbers of channels, speech volume, music volume, and music quality. Then we have the option to use EAX, which is not enabling, and that's obvious because back then EAX was a good thing, but along with the technologies, that's pretty much outdated. So just click cancel. And as you can see in the graphics, we have the resolution surprisingly at 640 by 480, and that's not the case actually, because I'm using the widescreen patch. So the game is currently running at 1080p resolution. The color depth is at 32-bit, shadows are for everything on, and we have texture quality at full. Then there are other options for display driver. Currently we are running the game under Direct 3D, but you can switch to OpenGL or 3dFX Glide, but I would recommend to just select the first option, Direct 3D, and you can turn off these options if you have a very outdated PC, but I really doubt that because it's again a 2000 game. So just click cancel here because we don't want to apply anything here. Everything is already applied. Then you have the option to mouse and keyboard settings. You can increase the mouse speed here, and even you can invert the x-axis and y-axis for the game. Then you can see all the controls here. There are actually two different schemes for this game. The first one is load default WSAD configuration and load default numpad. I used to play this game on the numpad configuration and I'm pretty used to it, but this time I thought, how about we try to play this game via the WSAD, the normal route. And actually I did finish this once on the WSAD keyboard configuration, and it's actually far better than the numpad keyboard controls layout. So I will just click the cancel here as well, but I will recommend that you read all the controls, because if you are not good at these things, you will be dead in the game in no time. So let's click OK, and we get back to the main title screen. Click Start Game, and you need to create a profile here. I already have my profile, and I will select that and click OK. So far these are the missions I have played, but you only go to the next mission if you have successfully completed the previous mission. So in this case, you start with the training and then you move forward mission by mission, just like any other game, and they become much more harder. So we will just go to the training mission, which is the very first mission in the game, and see what is the story and who is actually the Hitman or Agent 47.
Wake up, my friend. It's the dawn of a new day, and you have things to do. I will guide and teach you, and you will learn by doing. Always remember, I am not only your guide and mentor. Think of me as the person you trust the most. The skills you learn today will not only be useful, but vital for performing the tasks I have chosen for you. You see, you have been carefully selected. You are very special to me.
So I can just walk with the S key, and with the W key, Agent 47 or Hitman can run. And that's a pretty neat control scheme. Let's get to the next room and see what other instructions we have.
You are learning fast, my friend. I knew you would. Now, go and find some clothes to put on.
So someone is asking us to put on these clothes instead of the green clothes we already have. And Agent 47 just woke up on this bed in this room, and maybe someone is watching from this area, the window. That looks suspicious. Okay, let's do so. Change the clothes, and if you look at the top left side, you can see action, which is gone now. So as we move closer to the clothes, the action reappears. So either we can now press the action key, or by right clicking we can see another action menu, and with the left click you can do that action or perform that action. So there are actually two ways to apply that action.
Very good. It's time to move on, my friend. Go to the door and let us proceed with the next lesson.
So now he asked us to go to the next room.
You are doing very well. Next task is to enter the next room. It's time to move on, my friend. Go to the door, unlock it, and let us proceed with the next lesson.
You heard the man?
Good. As you can see, things are moving. See, that wasn't so hard, was it? You are doing just fine, my friend. Now continue the next exercise.
So this is just basically a training mission where you are told the basics of controls and things you can do in the entire game, in the main game actually.
Very good.
The voice which is giving us instructions is an unknown voice, and we don't really know who that is.
Very good.
And there's a little Easter egg here. If you stand close to these pipes for a few minutes, you will actually hear the developers talking to each other, the developers of Hitman Codename 47. But we are not going to do that right now. Maybe someday I'll record a video on that.
You are doing just fine. Now take the elevator and let's continue to the next lesson.
Now we need to take this elevator Again, I just right click and we have the option of basement 1 or basement 3. So that means we are currently at basement 2 maybe. So let's try basement 1. Nothing happened. Let's try basement 3. Okay, it says close combat training ground. Let's see what else we have here.
Excellent pupil. My very best so far. But then again, I knew you would.
It's some kind of a dummy. So if you want, you can pick up a knife and practice with the knife on this dummy from the front side or from the back.
Excellent.
Or you can pick up the signature weapon for Agent 47, which is fiber wire or piano wire.
Piano wire. The choice of a real pro. It's time to move on, my friend.
You just need to select the proper item from the inventory on the top right side by scrolling on your mouse if you are playing using keyboard mouse. So let's try the piano wire here. You need to hold down on the left mouse button,
You will soon get the hang of this.
put him down. So that's how you use these close combat items or weapons. Next door says pistol shooting range, and you know what it is.
You are an excellent pupil. It is a pleasure to see you at
We have hotballer gun, we have Reta 92 and ammo for these two guns. Then we have Desert Eagle and ammunition for this gun as well. So let's just pick everything.
target and reloading practice. Good. A fine semi-auto. Excellent.
Don't mind him talking in the background because he's just very annoying in the training level, but I assure you this game is a must play even if you haven't. So this is where you can try these handguns by shooting. Currently Agent 47 has two guns in his hands. So let's just push this button and call up on this cardboard to see the accuracy of our shots, and that's because the cardboard was way too far, and now if you try to shoot it you can always hit in the center, and that's pretty obvious if you know the rules of physics. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to understand this concept.
You are an excellent.
Here comes the submachine guns,
The choice of a discerning.
and we have UZI and MP5 and the ammunition for these
Through this city, red is for battle.
semi-automatic machine guns. No actual targets are here to shoot at, but you can have your revenge on these dummies if you want. See, the red means enemies and the blues are friendly. I think we need to go here. Yeah. And after you are done with your practice, shooting practice, you just need to call on this elevator and it will come down, and we just need to take it to basement 2. So here we are, and this time we have some bigger guns to practice with, like the shotgun
This affordable pump action shotgun.
and some cartridges for the shotgun. Also, you can choose the Kalashnikov AK-47 instead, because they are big guns, so you can only carry one gun at a time. just try shooting and call on the buttons. All these practice with the guns and knives are just optional. So that means you don't have to complete them, but it is a good idea to complete it. So in the main game you don't have any kind of issues because this is not a very easy game and it's not going to be so easy. So that was too far, and that's because you can pick up this sniper rifle and practice your sniping skills. Let me just push it away and try sniping it from here. See? So this was it about the guns practicing. Now it's time to call up on another elevator, and we are almost done with the training. I guess I still have some handguns with me because I have to kill someone here. And yeah, here's the Desert Eagle, so I will use it to eliminate him. Otherwise, he will eliminate us.
Weapon, watch out!
See this, he had this electric teaser.
Backup, I need backup.
Another funny thing here is, if you don't change into this guy's cloth, the other guard will shoot at you. So just change into his clothes and he will just forget about you. So this is the disguise system in Hitman, and that is the most popular feature of this game. So we are done with the training now. Someone is watching us through the CCTV, and he's the one who was giving us instruction. And he seems very happy with it. So who is he? We will see in the next part of Hitman Codename 47 walkthrough in the first mission of Hitman Codename 47.
This is Hong Kong. People talk of it as an interesting place, filled with mystery, laughs, and excitement, they say. Not really my scene.
Agent 47 has arrived in Hong Kong and he has a mission.